Welcome everybody to Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and today I got Aaron bringing out his Nagash Undead army for 4,000 points. He said, let's just play 4,000 points, fuck it. And I was like, alright, I probably have that much, but guess what, I forgot some of my good stuff at home. So I got no rock lavas, and I don't have a wyvern boss. And I'm clarifying this right now, I'm just putting this out as a disclaimer. I made a lot of mistakes in this game. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. I know I made a lot of mistakes in this game. It was a very big and long and drawn out game, and I wasn't fully thinking strategy after a certain point. But let's see what he has. He has his giant horde of 50 ghouls. He has a mortis engine, and then he has a block of Graveguard here. It's about like 30 Graveguard with a banner, BSB, and the BSB is, I want to say, like, it makes it harder to hit them. And then over here he has a unit of skeletons, about like 50 strong or so, that are in a bus formation. He has a corpse cart. He has, this zombie dragon here is technically a Terrorgeist. He has another Terrorgeist on the other side. And then he has this big boy right here, Nagash. Nagash is son of a bitch. I think it's a pretty cool model. It's an epic looking model on the table. It's just so big and like majestic looking. But as you can see, he has two Terrorgeists hold it on the side of him. These are the spells he got. I really cannot read them so well. But he has several characters that have level 1 wizards. I mean, that's basically all vampires have level 1 wizards. He has a bunch of necromancers. He has a couple vampires out there. He has a Strigoi Ghoul King, and he has, of course, Nagash. And then we're gonna go over my magic really quick. My magic, I have a level 4 Undeath wizard, and he has basically all the summon spells. I think he might have one that is no, he has all the summon spells. And then my level 4 Savage Orc Shaman. Actually, I think it's just the Orc Shaman. I don't even think I took a Savage. Just took the Orc Shaman. He did get a Foot of Gork, Hand of Gork, Fist of Gork, and Brain Buster. And then I have a level 1 Night Goblin who has Sneaky Stabbing. Yeah. As you can see, this is how the table looks. This is 4,000 points on both sides. And it's pretty chaotic right now. We're gonna go over what I have from this aerial view here. In the left corner, on the left bottom corner, that is the Night Goblin Shaman. On the right, that's the Mangler, and then right above the Mangler is my level 4 Orc Shaman on a boar. Above him is Chickenhead, the mighty Lord Goblin with a massive kill streak to his name. I have a Spear Chucker behind them, a Doom Diver behind the Spear Chucker, the Arachnarok Spider, and then I think we should have closer pictures of that over there. Oh, forgot to say, he has another unit of ghouls and zombies, and the zombies are finding out that the forest is a wildwood forest. Here's that picture again to show you that who's on this side. And then moving over, we have a unit of about, I want to say, like 18 cave squigs with handlers. In the background over there, that's Igor von Gabo, level 4 Goblin on a Wolf. Next to him is a unit of 30 Savage Orc Biggins. I got 20 Night Goblins with short bows, a unit of Goblin Wolf Riders, about 5 wide there, and another one 5 wide. I have a huge unit of 13 Spider Riders with Gorbad Ironclaw and level 4, I'm sorry, my Lord level Orc Warboss on there named Paco. And Paco has the Crown of Command. Next to them is a unit of 6 Trolls, 20 more Night Goblins with short bows, and then I have a unit of 30 Black Orcs, and then another unit of 5 Savage Orc Biggins on boars. I also have a Doom Diver and a second Spear Chucker on that right side, or my left technically. And basically that's how it's gonna look. I mean, this is a view from his side, and then you saw a view of my side. You're gonna basically see my side most of the game. It just looks really crazy. It's just very intimidating on both sides. Now, one of the mistakes I made. This is my Vanguard. I had Chicken Head run up. I had the 2 Wolf Rider units run up, and I gave them all specific targets. Basically, the right Wolf Rider and Chicken Head are going for that corpse cart right there. Because if I could waste his dice making him pop up corpse cart, that'd be cool. If not, if I could just take care of the fact that he's going to give everybody always strikes first, I would prefer to get rid of that right now. But and then also that allows Chicken Head to get in the back. I didn't really know what to do with Chicken Head. I contemplated putting him with a unit of Wolf Riders, but then I actually feel that weakens his potential. Yeah, but I couldn't. I know now what I should do with Chicken Head. But anyways, one of my bigger mistakes right here is the fact that the tower is right there. The tower is going to literally, we counted it as impassable terrain. So as you can see, Gorbad's right in the middle, and to move around that whole unit and bob and weave between all these units, it's a little tough, and that's one of my issues. Turn 1, he won the first round, and he's going to go ahead and he starts moving up his units ever so slightly. He flies up his Terrorgeist on both side flanks, and then he moves Nagash out so he can face him forward. He also gets the big aura thing from the Coven Throne or Mortis Engine, so that's what he ends up doing. He didn't move too much though. He kind of kept everything blocking Nagash, so Nagash could sit and run back. Now he rolls for Magic Phase, gets 7 power dice. And the first thing he throws out there is the Harbinger, which I'm like, alright, go ahead. But I forgot. Now, first of all, I never faced Nagash for this is my first time ever, so I'm like, whatever. He's gonna call up the Harbinger. He throws up this guy right here, which is his. Well, actually, I don't think he threw him up. But anyways, this is a badass model. Anyways, it's Ash from the Evil Dead. But that's not who he threw up. I think he threw up another guy. Maybe he did throw up Ash. I don't remember. But one thing I didn't know about Nagash is he could triple the points of how much he's basically summoning. That's crazy. So he does an Abyssal Swarm. I couldn't stop him. Or I didn't care to stop him. And he threw up these Spirit Hosts, but he throws them up literally I think 36 inches, which is close to my Doom Diver and my Spirit Chakra. So they're already going that way. That sucks. I was actually wondering that because he didn't go straight for my War Machines with his Terrorgeist. He usually would. And now I understand why, and why he didn't move up his whole units anyways, because he wasn't afraid of getting shot, because he's sending out these ghosts to kill him. Then he goes for Dark Riders, and I try to stop him, and I couldn't. And sure enough, he gets off Blood Knights, and he throws them up right here on the right flank. And that's kind of like, holy shit, man, I got 5 Blood Knights to deal with, I got freaking Ghosts coming out, and that's only 7 power dice. You know, he doesn't need that high of rolls to get these off. I believe that's it for his turn. He has no shooting, and nobody's in close combat. We're going to go into Orcs and Goblins turn 1 now. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. One unit of Wolf Riders failed their animosity, which I could deal with that. It's not that bad. And then you can see over here, the Savages failed their animosity, the Night Goblins failed their animosity, and I believe Gorbad might have failed his animosity, which causes all these guys to have to force move and force charge, which it looks like this. The Savages couldn't force move or charge because they're stuck, so basically they're gonna have to. They get their with Gorbad's bonus. I mean, this is one major game where Gorbad's important to be in the leader because all the failed animosities. But basically, with Gorbad's bonus, they're gonna be able to move and cast like normal. But and I think they're able to do that as well, but they basically have to run off this way towards the closest unit, which was the Blood Knights. So end of the movement phase, I think, or whatever. It was supposed to be for the end of his movement phase. We just remembered right now. The Wildwood was supposed to go off, so it kills off 2 zombies. Those damn trees. Crazy trees. So we're going to go ahead, and this is after animosity. I'm going to charge my Wolf Riders into his corpse cart. I'm going to charge my other Wolf Riders. I think I have to charge them because the animosity fail into one of those units of ghouls. And then I decide Chicken Head is going to go try to kill some Blood Knights. This is fucking insane, might I add. Because, yeah, Chicken Head's about to fight some Blood Knights. I didn't know what to expect. Like I very rarely fight Blood Knights, and if I do, it's usually against Aaron. But I never fought him with Chicken Head, so we're gonna see. Of course, he connects in. I move up everybody else. I moved up the Squigs and moved up the Ragnarok coming up this way. Moved up the Mangler, and as you can see, this is kind of how the board looks, and it's kind of how Aaron looks too. um, yeah. These are all just going over pictures of like how everybody else moved up. I moved up the Black Orcs, I moved up the Savage Orcs. I believe I might have given the Black Orcs the Flaming Banner. Not that it matters. Magic phase, I got 7 power dice. And first thing I do is I throw out the Foot of Gork. And I'm trying to just get it out of the way so I can start killing and stomping on some people. First one drifts off, does nothing. I'm trying to get rid of the Graveguard. Roll a 6, get it off. It drifts this way, ends up clipping one of my own guys. And like the whole 2 rows or front row of the... No, just the front row of the Graveguard, and ends up killing 2 of them. They have a regen right now because of the Mortis engine. I get off the next one. I changed the way the foot is positioned more to this angle, so that way it might get more people. And sure enough, it moves over again, kills off a couple more of his guys, and it only kills like, I don't know, like 5, 6 guys. Roll for it again, 4, 5, or 6, get it again, and I decide to stomp the skeletons because I wanted the skeletons to be a little bit weaker too. My whole purpose for that too, I should have just kept going for the Graveguard, but my whole purpose for that was to not kill enough where he can make another unit with Nagash. So I didn't want to fight more units. I wanted to weaken enough just to not be able to summon more. And then I rolled a 2 on the last one. Why did I change from the green dice? I don't know, because the green dice are doing fine. It's that other dice that freaking failed me. Foot of Gork likes the green. He did call up a Lord over here. I'm sorry. He did call up a Harbinger. And this guy's 220 points. He's on a mounted like Manicore thing or whatever. And he has a bunch of magic items. And I shot him with a Doom Diver. Got it off direct hit. And I just killed that guy outright. And he's like, God damn it, I just summoned that guy. I was like, yeah, I don't want your extra guys fighting me. Jesus Christ. So it wasn't Ash. It was that guy right there. I'm sorry, I didn't have a good picture of that. Shoot the other Doom Diver at the Terrorgeist because I know the Terrorgeist Scream gets weaker if they're damaged. I direct hit him, but I failed to wound him at all. And that's it. We're going to go into close combat. Close combat. The wolves that are on the corpse cart, they have a hard time hitting because of this guy's banner. This guy's banner gives like an aura effect where it makes everybody harder to hit or something like that. I might be wrong on that, but whatever. I believe... Did I have a magic phase? I did. I just did the foot. Alright, why am I showing Nagash here then? Anyways, ghouls kill these guys pretty brutally. I only killed off 1 ghoul, and this whole unit got wiped out. As for... And I think that's because the dog killed the ghoul too. As for the other unit, I believe it became a stalemate. I charged. I have a banner, maybe? I do have a banner. And he failed to wound, but it took maybe 1 crumble damage. I don't remember how that worked. I don't remember. As for over here with Chicken Head got hit. Oh, well, first of all, he challenges, so his champion answers. Champion does 3 hits, 3 wounds onto Chicken Head, and Chicken Head ward saved every single one of them. Holy shit. The other thing too is I wanted to charge them before they could charge me, because when they charge me, they're hitting with like 3 attacks apiece or 4 attacks apiece with Frenzy at strength 7. That's no. And they're fast initiative too. So I ward saved 3 of them with Chicken Head. Chicken Head attacks back and he kills the champ. He did like 3 or 4 wounds. The guy has a huge armor save. It's like a 2 or a 1 up armor save, and he saves them, most of them, but 1 gets through, kills him. And not only that, since I charged, he does have a banner. He crumbles. He loses 1 more. It looks like 3 in this picture, but we fix it in the next picture. So he lost 2 guys. And sure enough, now Chicken Head's against 3 Blood Knights, and that's going to start off Vampire Counts turn 1. Or turn 2, sorry. Turn 2, he's going to charge his Spirit Host over here into my Spirit Chakra. Not much I can do about that. He's gonna go ahead. I believe he might charge his Graveguard or his ghouls into these guys. I'm not sure which ones will go where, but he fails the charge over here with the spirit hosts, so that sucks. He moves up his Terrorgeist closer, and then as you can see, he just kind of still has everybody just sitting back there, chilling. The zombies moved closer. This Terrorgeist over here moves up right into my Mangler's grill. Magic phase, he gets 10 power dice. First thing he does is he does Invocation to Heck and starts to, with Ash, and he starts to bring back the dead skeletons and the dead Graveguard that I killed in the round before. And then he throws. He got 7 guys back, by the way, by Ash. And then the Graveguard got 5 guys, 5 Graveguard back from the Invocation. And then he also restores 1 wound onto the Blood Knights. Son of a bitch. That sucks. He moves over this way with Nagash. Not that Nagash cares about the trees. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on over there. Did he pull up another unit? No, he didn't. I think I stopped him for the rest of the magic phase, basically. He did take a wound from Nagash from the trees. You can see Nagash has 6 wounds remaining because he took 1 wound from the trees. I don't think I did anything else. Might have tried to spirit chucker him, maybe? I don't remember. As for shooting phase, this Terrorgeist goes in and screams at my Doom Diver, and as you can see, the Doom Diver is gone. Vamoose. And then over here, this Terrorgeist screams at my Mangler. My Mangler has a leadership 3, which is the funniest thing. I looked it up and I was like, he has a leadership 3. Over here, the wolves fail to wound the corpse cart. Corpse cart kills off 1 guy, and when it does, as you can see, this picture right here shows you how far Gorbat is from them. That is exactly 18 inches. Exactly 18 inches from tip to tip. And it makes me stick there and stay. I think he did charge me with his Graveguard. So the Graveguard are all pushed up close. So he has ranks, a banner, charge, and then he killed 1, which means that I needed I think like a 5 or under, and I rolled a 4 on the second chance. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna stay for 1 round. So it kind of still stuffs them up in that side over there. Chicken Head goes for a challenge again, and guess what? The Blood Knights could keep raising guys, or keep throwing up every single Blood Knight as a single challenge. So he throws another guy at Chicken Head. He goes to wound Chicken Head. It does, and Chicken Head makes his ward save. Chicken Head goes back and he kills the guy. Chicken Head is on fucking fire, man. He killed the 1 guy. Unfortunately, I only killed 1, and the banner's another 1, so they're gonna stay there, back to 3 to 1. And this is how the table looks at the end of Aaron's turn 2. It's gonna be Orcs and Goblins turn 2 next. There's a couple things going on. Nobody failed Animosity, which is good. The Ragnarok is gonna go ahead and charge at the Graveguard. This was again, I've said the disclaimer in the beginning, I made dumb moves, and this was one of the biggest dumb moves. Because the Ragnarok's best ability is his wound counts and the fact that he's a toughness 6. But those Graveguard have great weapons, and they're all strength 6. You know, I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but I mean, I was just thinking about getting him in there, and usually I see him kill a bunch and crumble a bunch and whatever, and he would just kind of go sideways, and it's kind of a side flank. I should have just waited a turn or tried to help out Chicken Head, and that's dangerous too, but help out Chicken Head and then start working from right to left versus doing what I just did. The Savages charge into Nagash. Oh man, that's gonna be rough. Sure enough, he gets in. The Savages obviously get in, and I move up the Night Goblins, and I move Gorbat around, kind of wheel around, and the Savages in the back are gonna start moving forward. The Squigs are moving up, of course, and then over here the Black Orcs have to start wheeling around those Night Goblins. Magic phase. I throw out. I did take a picture of it, didn't I? Yeah, I got 7 power dice. I throw a couple dice onto the Dark Riders, and I get double 6s. I throw up Hexboars on this side, so I don't have to deal with his regen of his screaming death streak over there. And then basically, what did I? Oh, the miscast. The miscast basically is the one that every wizard takes a damage. So my level 1 orc shaman with the lucky shrunken head over here took damage. My night goblin took a damage, and then the other 2 ward saved theirs. As for my shooting phase, my doom diver decided to blow itself up. My night goblins with bows over here kill off like 1 ghoul, and that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and start into close combat. Close combat, his BSB does 2 wounds onto my Ragnarok. The Ragnarok kills off 4 random chumps. And then his Graveguard do 1 wound to my Ragnarok, which sucks. And which means I think I actually lost combat resolution. He has ranks, a banner. He did 3 wounds. I did 1. Or did I do 1? I did like 4. But I also thunderstomped and killed a couple more. But whatever. But I lose combat resolution, and Gorbad decides to keep him there with his leadership bubble, and that's why Gorbad is a beast. As for the corpse cart actually ends up killing off the wolves, which is ridiculous and sucks for my wolves. And then over here, the savages, they end up he ends up killing 2 of them through their ward saves and everything, right? And I believe they put a wound onto... Oh, that 6 wasn't for Nagash. No, they definitely put a wound onto Nagash. Because they're charging. They have spears. So that puts them at a strength 5. Then they have Choppa's special rule, which puts them at a strength 6. So they have a good chance of hurting him. He is a toughness 7. But they do wound him once. He failed his ward save. And sure enough, the only thing I'm worried about actually damaging Nagash is that he gets to heal him whenever he gets a certain spell off. So I don't really feel comfortable with that. Here's a huge mistake I made, and I mean huge mistake I made. And again, at this time I just played a huge game of Age of Sigmar, so my brain was a little frazzled. But I told Aaron, go ahead and thunderstomp me, even though they're on cavalry. He shouldn't have been able to do thunderstomp, and I'm just calling myself out there. That was a dumb thing by me. Sure enough, he thunderstomps, kills off all 3. As for Chicken Head over here, Chicken Head takes another hit to the face and ward saves it again, and then Chicken Head ends up killing off. Oh, he didn't save both of them. He got wounded once, but Chicken Head does kill off 1 guy, and I believe that causes him to panic because even though I killed 1, he has a banner still, and then he wounded me. But I stick because again I'm in Gorbad's leadership bubble. That's gonna go ahead and start off Undead turn 3 now. Undead turn 3. Let's go. He's gonna go charge his Spirit Host right into my Spirit Chucker. Not much I can do about that. He's gonna go ahead and connect in, and over here he moves his Terrorgeist behind everybody so they can't see him or charge him on my turns. He moves his Terrorgeist over here to bitch at my Orc Shaman. Magic phase, he gets 7 powered ice. He throws up a purple Sun of Xeris, and he's going to throw it right into my Black Orcs, and it goes right through. It ends up killing off like 8 Black Orcs, and basically they don't panic because they're immune to psychology, but that does kind of suck. He's going to start his shooting phase, and first thing he does is he bitches at my Orc Shaman, like I said, and they killed him straight out. I couldn't even ward save it. And then these guys are going to get bitched at by the Terror guys. He ends up blowing up all their heads of the ghost hex spores. Close combat, the Spirit Hosts are going to start that off. I cannot even hit them, so they're going to go ahead and just destroy my War Machine there. And then close combat over here, the Ragnarok does, he singles out his Venom Jaw, Venom Surge into the BSB, and he ends up getting it, does 6 wounds, and he failed to ward it, so I killed the BSB like that, just 1 shot, bam. Then I'm going to go ahead and start attacking with the Spider. He only gets 2 more wounds onto the regular guys. Okay. Then the Goblins go, and they end up killing off 1 more guy. Then they attack me back, and they end up putting him up to 6 wounds. So that kind of hurts. Thunderstomp kills off only 1 more. That sucks, man. Just 1. He is going to crumble a little bit, and that's how the cookie crumbles. Over here, he's going to go ahead and attack Chicken Head. Chicken Head survives all the attacks he does. Chicken Head, he has the Axe of Stunty Smashing, so it's giving him an extra attack and an extra strength. He's going to go ahead and swing, and he ends up killing both the Blood Knights. Both of them. He ends up throwing like out 5 attacks, and he armor saved 3 of them, and got 2 through. So Chickenhead just killed like 250 to 300 points of Blood Knights by himself. That is the motherfucker right there. That is my that guy is in every game from now on forever because he's just that badass. He's so customizable too. I give him different weapons every time sometimes. Turn him around. He's gonna face down the Terrorgeist on my turn. And then over here, it is my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. The Night Goblins fail animosity. Have to charge the closest unit, which is that unit of zombies over there. That sucks. So they start running forward, and they get 8 inches from Nagash, and they decide to throw all the fanatics into Nagash. I'm hoping they do 1 or 2 or 3 wounds. Only one gets through. He only gets 1 hit in, alright, and doesn't do any damn wounds. And then he ran into the trees afterwards and dies. The rest of the goblins get into the zombies. That happens over here. Chickenhead's going to charge into the Terrorgeist, and he totally gets in. And then the squigs charge into the skeletons over here, and that's pretty impressive. They're going to do something. And then my other Night Goblins of Bows, they start moving forward towards the ghouls. They are 8 inches away from the skeletons on the right side with the squigs. They release their fanatics, and I decide to throw all the fanatics into those ghouls, hopefully, to either slow him down so he doesn't side charge my Arachnarok, or just so he just stays there. I don't know why, but I should have just left those ghouls alone. Ghouls really weren't in my way. Everybody else just kind of moves up, and then it's going to start off Magic Phase. Magic Phase, I got 4 power dice. I'm going to go ahead and try to throw up a spell, and his Nagash stops it. Okay. Got the Spirit Chucker. Spirit Chucker's going to go ahead and shoot at his Terrorgeist. Does 1 wound onto the Terrorgeist. Doesn't multiply a D3. Just doesn't do shit. Just did 1 wound. That sucks. He couldn't regen it, and it's cool. As for the Purple Sun, it moves through, and it's just kind of chilling there. Shooting phase, these Night Goblins with bows over here kill off only 2 more ghouls. That didn't do shit. Then these Night Goblins here are going to start off our close combat. They end up killing off like 6 zombies. Zombies only kill off 2 of my guys back, my goblins back. Now, I charge, I have A rank, he has 3 ranks, but I am going to make him crumble, and sure enough, they crumble, and they lose like 3 more or something like that. As for over here, the Arachnarok ends up killing off 5 guys, which is pretty beastly right now. But the goblins go, and I think the goblins don't kill anybody. He goes, and he has all his great weapons going, and they end up killing him off. That sucks. God rest your soul, Arachnarok. You did a good job. You killed the BSB. You killed like, I don't know, 20 or 30 Graveguard, which was pretty brutal. Graveguard are a tough unit, man. You know, and this is the first game I actually fought Graveguard where they're actually a very effective unit, to be honest. Sure enough, over here, the squigs, they're going to go ahead and start off with the skeletons. They're immune to psychology because they're just fucking crazy squigs that want to eat shit like Pac-Man. And so the skeletons go, and they end up killing off one of my guys. The squigs go, and they kill off, like, I want to say, like, 12 skeletons, which is just brutal. They charge, they got ranks, they kill off 12 skeletons. Guess what? They're going to crumble, like, 12 more. This crazy. They just ate, like, a whole chunk of skeletons. Look at that pile of dead bodies over there. Those guys were hungry. Holy shit. As for Chickenhead over here, Chickenhead got a rear charge. He goes ahead and hits the Terrorgeist. He does... It started off with no wounds. He ends up doing 2 wounds onto the Terrorgeist. Terrorgeist attacks back. Terrorgeist does 3 wounds. Chickenhead only saves 1 of the 3. Chickenhead's dead. God damn it. Chickenhead, you were doing good. You took a chunk out of the fucking Terrorgeist. You took out a 300-point Blood Knight. Chickenhead's only... With the 50-point weapon, Chickenhead's like 180 points. So, you know... he does what he's worth. I wish I could have more Chickenheads. Undead, turn 4. The Fanatics are getting blasted by the aura of this guy right here, the Coven Throne. Coven Throne blows and just it killed off the 2 Fanatics. He decides to move this Terrorgeist over here behind the Savages and Gorbat and all of them. And then he's moving the Spirit Host this way. He moves this Terrorgeist over here to attack those War Machines. Magic phase, he gets 8 power dice, and I think he does like Hand of Dust or something. He does like a direct damage spell from Nagash into the Fanatic, kills him off. His Ash over here, he decides he's going to do an invocation in the heck. He ends up getting 4 guys back. And then he starts off shooting phase. Shooting phase, he has a Strigoi Ghoul King in that Ghoul unit. And he screams at the Fanatic, kills off the other Fanatic. This Terror guy screams at the Doom Diver, kills off the Doom Diver. Okay? The end of the magic phase happened a turn ago, really, technically. And look at that. His fucking purple sun goes 10 inches that way, right through the Black Orcs again, and kills off like another 10 Black Orcs and the Night Goblin Shaman. That sucks. That really sucks, man. Holy shit. Over here, Night Goblins end up killing off like 4 or 5 zombies. Zombies only kill off like 1 Night Goblin, so I win combat again. I don't know why I didn't reform them into ranks. I have no fucking clue. I think I wanted to just keep them 7 wide so they could get more attacks in. But I wasn't thinking. I don't know. Over here, Squigs decide to eat. They're going to eat like 12 more guys, or more than 12. I don't even know how many they're eating. They're just hungry. They're eating these guys. And the skeletons only kill 1 back again. And they're going to go ahead and crumble. When they crumble, they lose basically everybody down to just Ash and like 2 more skeletons. And that's just going to be brutal. And that's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. My Night Goblins fail Animosity. They have to charge the nearest unit, which is, from this angle, looks like the Corpse Cart. Now, that Fanatic is in my way, so I'm going to have to charge Wheel and clip my own Fanatic, and my Fanatic ends up killing off like 6 guys, or 7 guys. They would technically panic, but since Gorbad's right behind them, they pass their panic, and they run into the Corpse Cart. So, that sucks. I decided to charge Gorbad into that unit of Graveguard. I figured, oh, he can mop them up. There, you know, the Ragnarok weakened them very quickly. Gorbad could kill off, you know, was that like 12 guys with Spider Riders and all that. They're going last anyways. So, sure enough, I'm going to go ahead and charge the Black Orcs into Nagash. You can see his tip there. And they connect. Now, my Trolls are moving around that tower. Trolls are stretched out. I don't even think I'm in 18 inches anymore, which sucks. So they're going to be stupid if Gorbad doesn't help them out. Savages are kind of stuck, so I decided to move the Goblin Shaman on the Wolf into that unit so he doesn't get yelled at by the fucking Terrorgeist. I get 5 power dice, or 6 power dice, excuse me. I'm bad at math. And basically, whatever I try to throw, I want to say this turn, yeah, this turn I don't do anything. He just stopped it with Nagash. So then, close combat. Nothing happens in shooting phases. Spear Chucker probably missed whatever the fuck he was trying to shoot. The Squigs end up destroying the skeletons, just killing them out outright. So they're kind of free. They're turning this way, hopefully, to help out with Gorbad's unit. As for Gorbad, Gorbad ends up killing off 3 guys like nothing. Just dead, right? Then the spiders go. The spiders end up killing off like 2 or 3 more. Okay? Then Paco's boar goes and kills off, I think, like 1. Paco has always strikes last, so he's going to go last. But guess what? So do they. I'm like, you know what? Just do your attacks in. So he ends up attacking Paco. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? Paco's fine. He's toughness this. You know, yeah, they're strength 6. But, you know, if once they get through his like 3-up armor and his ward save, he might have like a wound or 2 left. He'll be fine, right? Well, guess what? They have Killing Blow. I totally forgot they have Killing Blow. I totally forgot they had Killing Blow. And again, I said it in the beginning of the game. I made a bunch of mistakes. This is the major mistake I made in the whole fucking game. Is I charged Gorbad's fucking unit into a unit with Killing Blow. And they kill Paco. 1 shot. Bam! They get a 6. I fail the ward. He's dead. I'm like, fuck! So he's like, and that was like 3 out of or 6 out of the 10 guys that are alive. So the other 4 decide they're going to go for Gorbad. Guess what? 2 killing blows on Gorbad. Gorbad's dead too. Motherfucker! Paco swung before he died. He ended up killing off 4 guys. I killed off like, I don't know, 9 or 10 guys. He ended up killing off only like 2. And I charged, I have ranks and shit like that. So he ends up crumbling. And that whole unit's going to be wiped out. But he did kill off Gorbad. And he did kill off Paco. And this right here, my friends, this is the downfall of my whole game. I lost my general like that. It was a stupid move, I know. And everybody always tells me, oh, don't take Gorbad because of the XYZ, XYZ. Don't take Gorbad. You know what? It doesn't matter, man. That was a dumb move by me. It had nothing to do about Gorbat. It had everything to do about the fact that I charged. If I would have just waited and had the Squigs attack them, that the Squigs would have destroyed that fucking Graveguard unit. But instead, I made the major mistake of fucking charging in and getting trigger happy, and they're dead. And I just should have been patient. I should have just been patient. Now, this is going to cause a huge downfall of the rest of the game. As you can see, it's a domino effect. The ghouls go, or I'm not sorry, the corpse cart goes, kills 3 of my goblins. My goblins fail to wound the corpse cart. They decide they're going to flee. Corpse cart's going to try to chase after them. It causes the spider riders who are standing right there to panic. They're going to flee, and they run through the savages. So they pop out the other side. And the leadership sucks. The leadership on goblins suck. Over here, Nagash goes, kills off like, I don't know, 2, 4, 6 guys. 6 black orcs. They put on 2 wounds onto Nagash, actually, which is pretty cool. But they're going to panic and flee. And when they flee, they're going to run this way. And Nagash is going to definitely chase. Actually, I don't even know if he chased. If he did, he didn't run far. They just ran away from him. Oh, he didn't want to run after him because he didn't want to run into the goblins, is what it was. Goblins go, and zombies go, and they kill off 3 of the goblins. Goblins failed their fear, and they were just horribly, inaccurate, and they just decided they couldn't kill a single fucking zombie. So they fail, and they're going to run. So right now, and the zombies end up chasing them and running them down. Not only that, but you can see the Black Orc banner is broken because they ran away. The zombies run into the Purple Sun, and the Purple Sun ends up sucking up 15 zombies. But as you can see, this is just kind of like a domino effect. Everybody's running now, and it's just brutal. I don't see this much running when Gorbat's alive. I don't see any running when Gorbat's alive. Everybody's kind of pissed off about that usually. But you can see this is the board right now, and it's going to start off his turn. Vampire's turn 5, or Undead turn 5, I'm sorry. His aura is going to go from his Coven Throne here. It's going to end up killing off 4 of those running goblins on this side. He's going to go ahead and charge the spiders with the Terrorgeist. Okay, they're going to have to continue to flee. He's going to charge with the ghouls into the night goblins over there. They're going to continue to flee. And then he's going to charge his ghouls and the gash into the black orcs here, and they're going to continue to flee. So let's go one at a time here. The Terrorgeist goes, and he ends up destroying that whole unit of spider riders. They didn't have a chance, right? But then the ghouls go, and the night goblins run through the savages, through the Terrorgeist, and pop out this side, take some dangerous terrain, and they're fine. They're still alive technically. The ghouls are just going to stumble forward from the failed charge. Over here, Nagash goes, and the Black Orcs ran away, ran through the trolls. Nagash ends up hitting the trolls. Okay? So that happens. And then he basically moves his other Terrorgeist over here, surrounding the Black Orcs. Or, I'm sorry, the other Terrorgeist, the one that was chasing the Spider Rider, ended up clipping the back of the savages. Anyways, they're not black, they're savages. Magic phase, he gets 7 power dice. He has, I believe this is an invocation here or something, or I forgot what his Strigoi Ghoul King did. Actually, I don't think he did much in his magic phase. I think he's just going straight into shooting. Shooting phase, he's going to scream with the Scavscrath sword or whatever it is that screams, and it ends up killing off 1 troll, because the troll's leadership is goddamn low. His Terrorgeist goes, bitches at the unit of savages, kills off 2 savages. Okay, Nagash has, I think he's starting off close combat with Nagash. Nagash goes, kills off 2 trolls straight out. Okay, the trolls go, and they're strength 5. He's toughness 6. They're strength 5, and they hit him like 5 times. They wound out of the 5, not a single fucking one. They needed a 6, and they didn't do shit. So they didn't hurt him at all. He ends up like pretty much punking my trolls. They are steadfast. They're gonna, I think they actually stick, to be honest. They might stick 1 round. Over here, this Terrorgeist in the rear goes. He kills off only 2 of the savages. Savages end up putting on a couple wounds onto him, and they're gonna go ahead and combat reform and turn around facing him. He's at up to 3 wounds right now, so I think they did 2 wounds onto him. Plus they have ranks and banners. We're gonna start off Orcs and Goblins turn. The Squigs here, they fail Animosity. They have to force charge into the closest unit, which is that corpse cart right there. And sure enough, they connect in. These guys fail to rally. The Black Orcs fail to rally. The Night Goblins fail to rally. And then I'm gonna go to magic phase. Magic phase, I got 9 power dice. My level 4 on the freaking wolf that's in that unit of savages decides he's gonna pull up some black knights, and the black knights are standing right behind the trolls. Again, bad generalship by me, but you can see chicken head is back. It's chicken dead Paco, and one of the savage orc boar boys is there because they're all dead, and they're coming up with the black knights because it's the dead black knights. They have a flaming banner. They have a strength 7 on the charge or strength 6 on the charge, which could technically hurt or kill Nagash at this moment if I could get it off. But the problem is my dumbass put them behind the trolls instead of like on the side of the trolls or behind Nagash. So now, if he does kill the trolls, they're gonna overrun, and he's gonna overrun into them, which I wasn't thinking right. I should have been thinking right. I wasn't thinking right. As for over here, the Spirit Chucker shoots at the Terrorgeist, ends up putting another wound, or 2 wounds, onto this Terrorgeist here. So this Terrorgeist is getting weak and weak. I think he only has 1 wound left on him. Nagash goes, he wipes out that unit of trolls, overruns, chases them down, and runs right into the unit of Black Knights like I expected. Which my dumb ass didn't figure that out. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. As for over here, Terrorgeist kills off 2 of the savages. Savages go and they put on another wound or 2 onto the Terrorgeist, or I think they put a wound on him and he just took a combat resolution wound from like ranks and static combat res. Over here, the Squigs ended up doing 3 wounds onto the corpse cart. Corpse cart goes and kills off 4 of the freaking Squigs. Squigs end up just combat resolution, making him crumble, and the corpse cart blows up basically. So that's going to start off Undead turn 5. Basically, he's going to go ahead and he's going to do the aura. It ends up killing off like 4 guys. Okay, we randomize the hits. Okay, then he's going to charge his Terrorgeist into the savages on the side flank. He's going to charge his ghouls into the rear of the savages. He's going to charge his zombies into the side of the Black Knights, and that all connects in. Okay, continue on. He charges his Spirit Hosts into the Black Orcs. Black Orcs continue to flee that way. Then he charges his Coven Throne into the side flank of the Squigs. That connects in. And then he's going to go ahead and do, I believe, straight into shooting or magic. He does something in magic, ends up killing off 4 of my fucking Black Knights. Holy shit. Right? I mean, he has a ton of spells to choose from. He has like 4 or 5 books to choose from. Then his Strigoi Ghoul King has the screaming thing, screams at the last Black Knight, kills them all. He killed all the Black Knights before they even got to do anything. His impact hits over here ended up killing off 3 of the guys. We randomized them again. It kills off all the handlers. So it says in the book if they have at any point no handlers, they're going to blow up. Right? They fail to wound on their attacks back. They blow up. And when they blow up, they decide to kill off 1 ghoul. And they end up killing off, or doing 1 wound onto the Coven Throne. Now, as for this fight over here, I'm getting attacked in the rear by fucking hundreds of ghouls, alright? As you can see, these are all the ward saves and stuff like that. I failed just a shit ton. And so I ended up, I'm not going to even bother taking the bodies out. He killed 12 Savage Orcs in the rear. The Savage Orcs attack back, and they kill off the 1 guy on the side, the Terrorgeist on the side. The one in the front, I believe he actually regen saves and lives. No, they kill him. No, yeah, he lives. I'm sorry. Basically what ends up happening is I lose combat resolution by a lot. I only have like 5 guys left or 10 guys left in this unit after the whole battle is done. And he's going to go ahead and chase me, and he runs me down with the ghouls and the Terrorgeist. And pretty much that's it. That's the end of the game. I have 2 running units on the board and a Spear Chucka. So basically the only thing with worth points is a 35-point Spear Chucka, while he still has a 1,000-point Nagash on the board. Man, did I get my ass kicked. Holy shit. But in all fairness, A, that tower was in my way. B, it was my first time playing Nagash. I didn't think I did horrible. even though I did get my ass kicked, even though I got tabled, basically. I mean, we're playing 4,000 points. Um, those terror guys suck, man. I gotta find a better way to kill terror guys. I know I gotta use like rock lobas and stuff, but I hate spending 90 points on a rock lava because it has such a limited use. But sure enough, overall, the game was really fun. It took forever. They were like waiting for us to leave and get out of the store. As for MVPs, I would normally give it to Chicken Head, especially since he killed like 300 points of Blood Knights. But those Blood Knights technically cost nothing. The people who I decide, or the unit I decided gets the MVP is definitely the Cave Squigs. They tore apart those skeletons, they tore apart the corpse cart, and even on their dying hits, they put a wound onto a Coven Throne and the freaking ghouls. So Cave Squigs get my MVP award. Second up would probably be Chicken Head. Third up would actually be Gorbad, because Gorbad's leadership bubble was the most valuable thing in the whole game, and once it was gone, it was gone. And that really sucked, but basically, effective-wise, the Squigs were just a force to be reckoned with here. They actually kind of made me think about putting them back in my list somehow, maybe, because there is going to be slow units they're going to run into, and they could eat them up. Besides slow units, if they fight fast units like elves and shit, they just get destroyed, which just sucks about the Squigs. But anyways, that was it for this game. I kind of skipped ahead. I have another game against Todd, but I figured you guys were tired of seeing me versus Lizardman so many times. And guess what, though? It's my last game against Todd as a Lizardman player. He decided to sell off his army. So the next video I put up is going to be Todd versus me, Lizardman and Orcs, and then he's going to start playing with his dwarf army. And then I think I might have another game in here. I have a couple more games in here, actually. Unfortunately, Brian brought out his Chaos Army, which that's rare. I don't ever see Brian bring out his Chaos Army. He had an awesome Frost Giant, but I don't have a fight against Brian, so I don't have a picture of that, which unfortunate. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this, and I know it's a very long video. It's one of my longest videos ever made, but hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will be putting up more videos very soon. And I'll see you guys then. Oh, and I also got the Dice Dojo tournament videos coming up soon as well. So, yeah, that's all coming. Anyways, guys, take care, and until next time, I'll see you then. Peace.